on in, brother. Bless. Have a seat, brother. Have a seat. Ah, yes. Come on in, brother. Welcome. Bless. Have a seat right there. Hey. Brother, bless. Have a seat, bro. Welcome. Bless. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. You guys ready to make some money? Yeah. I can't hear you. Ready to make some money? Yeah. All right. Let's get to work. All right, man. You get your birth certificates, man. You get a bunch of money from that, man. I'm saying you get your bonds, tons of money, man. I'm saying you want to get flexible, you want to be good, man. You want to be flossing, get your fur coat on, right? You got this over here, right here. Just ignore all that right there. You know, over here, right here. This is what it's all about, man. It's all about the dollar signs. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the money. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the dollar signs. At the end of the day, it's all about the money.
So, SGK, how soon can I get my money after we do this?
I have paid right here, you know. I need lots of money.
Hey, since this is so foolproof, can I get it advance? I got some stuff to take care of. I need the money.
Hold up. Disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again.
2 weeks going on 3, I gave him a G. Said with these papers I could be sovereign and free like folks in King Henry. Sipping on Henny and pigs' faces. No matter the places, travel rights, days and nights. Cash in bonds on birth certs. Didn't tell me that birth is ERTH. Bottom read benefits of instruments.
It's all about the money. Trust me, you go with this and you'll get the money. You don't believe me? That's my student right here.
Pissed off will break his wrists off. Dirty Moors got me wanna cut lips off and teeth chipped off. Dirty thief using me to go through windows. Probably took my fiat and bought Indo and Kush. Off the roof I would push.
SGK.
Yes, sir.
Justice, no law.
How come no withdrawal is not on the board?
No reply from emails. He stopped tweeting, but he's giving details on trust and executive status. Dialing the number, got my fingers callous. Dirty Moor packets selling cheaters. Rob you with no conscience, cognizant, not sleepers. And well aware, that's more the local. Plus they changed the corporate name and logo.
We're sorry, you have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again. We're sorry, you have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again.
They still on the fiat hustle and the bustle. Got cats in the bag like ruffles, airtight. Use fair fright, martial law hype. If you want to not even get wise with the quickness, ability, quickly nimble, won't stumble or tremble. Finding out I got played like cymbals. Dirty Moor selling you your own Moorish symbols and crystals. No different than trees and reeds and toes missile. True Ali said study. So you don't get enslaved or played by your own buddy. Giving money to a gold digging dummy. State hopping, dirty Moors, rob you out your dirty drawers. Souls perfect in fools' bodies. Setting up a PayPal smiling. Those types don't even know what's coming. Cause when I see them, it's expose time, no running. No gunning, I was told get wise. Dirty people giving weasel evil eyes. Picking up the cell to call. I get nervous cause I know what's up after I heard this.
We're sorry, you have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again. We're sorry, you have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again.
You got this show.
Oh, this is yours? This is all yours?
For sure. Who else is it?
Coon.
Jeez. Need to get me some of that right now, man. Yo, SGK, hook me up.
Bro, I got all this. First day. I'm just saying. Not first day today, but next day.
Come on in, brother. Come on in, brother. Bless.
Fantasy, I'm living in reality.
Fantasy, I'm living in reality.
Fantasy, I'm living in reality.
If fantasy, I'm living in reality.
Yeah.
Fantasy, I'm living in reality.
My reality, my reality, my reality. My reality includes no illusion. Facts to a Negro's head gives a contusion. Looking from the marvelous light and no confusion. Has you in a fantasy thinking war's a losing. Even though Princess Michael wears Moorish brooches, not told you what the problem is. Niggas are roaches. Still thinking like the colonists and lacking competence. If he didn't diss the birthright, a black psychologist wouldn't be getting put through the ringer over a license. If you don't do anything else for your more, it's priceless. So don't get played buying Moorish papers and cards without first studying. Be a mind vanguard. Wake up, stop taking credit from your master's cards. Stay in debt. I bet the lower self you a bet. Higher self you abandon. Left notwithstanding. You keep constricting and keep not expanding. Still caught up in debates with the back and forth who you know are still liars, not speaking the truth. Pay for dirty Morse classes, won't study with us. That's blood and shark waters, good luck. You warned me scorned for strangling feelings, maiming emotions. Reality check, see demons. Salivating, tasting your aura, lust in your passions. Go in meditations, body does devilish actions. Get back to your body, people watching you funny. Wearing skinny jeans with rips grown, crisscross dummy and civil little mortus. They sell you out, claiming professor. Index you on a list for the oppressor. But you are an heir, true successor. Drew Alia's fought Muhammad's predecessor. Turban with the sun, this and out of feather. High treason is from the gallows hang together. Silent cowards down to their roots, with no courage or strength to stand for the truth. Challenge corruption, volcanic eruption from youth. Awaken memory banks, reconnecting with Ruth. Not terrified of the birthright. Not terrified of the birthright. Not terrified of the birthright. Know thyself, thoughts, scare and hurt, fright.
Oh, fantasy, I'm living in reality. Your fantasy, I'm living in reality. Oh, fantasy, I'm living in reality. Your fantasy, I'm living in reality. Oh, fantasy, I'm living in reality. Your fantasy, I'm living in reality. Oh, fantasy, I'm living in reality. Your fantasy, I'm living in reality. Oh, fantasy, 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 your fantasy, I'm living in reality. Yeah. Your fantasy, I'm living in reality. Your fantasy, I'm living in reality.
Our Moroccans. Told you about Alfred and vaporizing chambers. Told you about Alfred and vaporizing chambers. FEMA coffin and cans, biometric palm stamps. Paying for things, scan body parts like cyborgs. God is an action word, don't call for my Lord or Christ or Savior to help or guide you. Since they never answer when you call, no need to try to. Got them the correct status or China might buy you. Find your organless body floating in the bayou. I do my best to uplift, that's more than most. That got one charge expunged and they wanna boast. Why? When that court is administrative, meaning you won your case on an admin slave ship. Status of the court is not even a court. Plus, I'm sure your expunged charge got tossed. So don't talk unless you can show a transcript. Cause I'm not buying the Ku Klux Klan free-man tricks.
Oh, it's right. Coming from the room, it's not the place in ruins. The eyes resurrected. Everything dead now has been manifested. Ooh, it's right. Back from the tomb, for ya all get consumed. Young-minded and reckless, the eye can't stand when we divided defenseless.
I stay packing these metaphysical stackables, not Lego lines I wrote back in the Capitol. In a committing past life, carving stones uncrackable. Most of these rappers are drones, easily hackable. 360 deals keep them roped up and smackable. Living lifestyles that don't match their capital. Rocket chains dripping, iced out and snatchable. While the agents stay coked up on
crackable. This movement ain't trackable, fake, fraud, and magical. It's mathematical, practical, true, and factual. Active more, keeping it moving on behalf of you. And these babies being birthed out of these ladies and civics, they never given the name in the daughters Mercedes and butlers they'll never have, but Bentleys all in the daisy. It's crazy, living in timeline in HD, like watching your family get murdered in HD. Either we're in denial or we all got ADHD. Afro-dominant hyper-deficit on the daily. The eyes resurrected, everything dead now has been manifested. It's rock, back from the tomb, for ya all get consumed. Young-minded and reckless, the eye can't stand when we divided, defenseless. Sound the alarm? Ring the bell. This life is an illusion. Don't get attached to the shell. It's an invasion and intrusion of your molecules and cells. Mind the words that you use and have you trapped. It's a spell. Part of the reason why we hooligans and humanity is fell, rejuvenated, renewed again. The bays and the L from the mountaintop. We shout, you are leave what we yell. Ready or not, you're gonna have to be prepared to rebel. Bodies lying on the ground. You ready for the smell?
Warning, 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 warning.
Ready, ready, ready. Ready or not.
I keep Akashic records. My robotics wanna stomp in records. Concealed spirit in all our vessels. They revealing with the moss all kept us from believing will be formula to ancestors. Treasures begin to open up my mind's book. Tracing back reflection to a time look. Looking in the mirror, facing my crook. Higher self fighting to survive through a fraudulent facades. Claiming to be God's printed daughters to alter their rods. Hooked to Hollywood images at the cost of our knowledge and our mystics. Is this attempt to not clock our existence? Is this weapons of mass destruction? No future for our children. Is this mental warfare through cosmetic nutrition? Is this time to wake up, recognize misfits, erase their existence? There's none of your nuclear threats that could kill this, could kill this, could kill this.
The place in rooms, the eyes resurrected, everything dead now has been manifested. It's rock, back from the tomb, for ya all get consumed. Young-minded and reckless, the eye can't stand when we divided, defenseless.
I hear a prophet quoting, I'm running with my chakras open, actually acting, homie, not just hoping. This life is a bitch, so I am not eloping. For this illusion, traveling this plane surely won't be my conclusion. They'll say I have a contusion, thought process delusional. I ain't playing the game, so I ain't losing though. Are they ready? I doubt it. Should I worry about it? Nah, I'll go to war for more. Guess I'm devoted. Here I come. Ready or not. Ready or not.
Living ready and not on purpose and with a plot. Don't get caught with a dot on your chest without an adequate level blessed or vest based on what we trust the most. It's of utmost importance that we trust the flow. It's how we grow from one point to the next. Simplify the complex. Since battle time, there's less time to define. Just act with less breath.
Ooh, it's rock, coming from the womb. This yacht, the place in rooms. The eyes resurrected, everything dead now has been manifested. It's rock, back from the tomb, for ya all get consumed. Young-minded and reckless, the eye can't stand when we divided, defenseless.
Where you been, ho? You mind your motherfucking business. When my life fell apart, you didn't have any interest. When I had no job of my own, they didn't want me sell white. What happened? We used to stick up stores, a squad was tight. Rob taxi drivers, sell ounces of blunt guts. A handful of crushed pine needles for dumb cups. When I was down and out, you tried to drag me further. If I died following you, who'd be responsible for my murder? Wise men break when the funds get low. Trying to feed my family, all I'm seeing round town is blow. You heard about so-and-so? Oh, that too. I heard he got zapped. Wasn't he a part of your crew? Many people found themselves a home under Henry. But who's your brother's keeper when you need their help badly? The whole time I'm gone, only few checked in. How's your children? We pray to God for the blessings. So when you hear this track, don't ask us alcohol. Simple message you can pass to the rest. She said, Fuck y'all. And if I come back to stay feel uncomfortable, you can say whatever you want. I think you're full of bull. No, I don't want your weed. I won't even take a pull. I see my life from so many angles, even through the wool. Pulled over my eyes, but I can see clearly the pain is gone. Thank heavens for my angels and all my children born. Up it like a pawn, lights, camera, action. I don't need wagon jumpers trying to join the faction. I'm not trying to break shit down. I'm not here for fractions. Read more books if you don't get it, or just ask them.
Oh, it's right. Coming from the roomless yacht, the place in ruins, the eyes resurrected. Everything dead now has been manifested. It's right, back from the tomb for ya, all get consumed. Young minded and reckless, the eye can't stand when we divided, defenseless.
Even though I'm king and a god, and these things that are hard, I can bleed and get scarred in this physical body. So I move like a sergeant, not like a pawn in this garden. Carving the path, not the first, not the last, till the end. It's a task for a master. Shattered the box, no keys, no locks, no sheep, no flocks, no pastors. Starving for cabbage, hardening savage, causing the lavish, a pause in their status. Laws of the land is towards the advantage of bandits and bastards. We rise from the ashes.
No, we're not gonna do it again. Thought about it, but you could do that on your own time. Islam Moors, what's really good? Monday. You know how it goes sometimes. You just have to pop out on you. Islam Moor. You're on with it. Islam. Before we start, just want to put some things on the record. You could also chime in on some of this. So I just want to say rest in peace. I want to say rest in peace because it's real interesting that Nas dropped a certain particular picture of the sister. Of all people in the world to post something, the ghetto Othello, the Moor, in honor of the sister, of all the model pictures that she has, of all the pictures that she has with her family or whatever, all the pictures that she has on the carpets for what, red carpet, orange carpet, blue carpet, red carpet, whatever, all the pictures from wherever she went with Diddy, all the pictures from wherever she went with herself, all the pictures where she went, where paparazzi secretly took pictures, all the pictures there are of this ancestor now. This brother, Nas, who everybody knows, don't play like you don't know who Nas is. Again, he posted this picture of her. Now, we'll just do our moment of silence so you could just look at this picture. We'll have a moment of silence. Ashe.
Ashe.
Just in case y'all were playing games, just made it closer for you. All right, now let's look at this. Now, you already know that that's not some European. You already know that that's not some slave that came over here on some slave ship. The only people who are represented on quote-unquote jewelry are blackamoors. Go check what the top selling stuff is. Not just the stuff that's out there that's on a necklace. The top selling stuff. Now you already know who she's connected with. So the whole crew knows. The whole crew can't say they don't know. No different than when the brooch came out and all the Negroes got mad. Now what are you going to do? You're going to get mad at someone that's transitioned? Get mad. Remember how you got mad when the European lady wore the same stuff, but it was a brooch? All right. Now here's the Asiatic wearing it. Now what? You're going to get mad? Then get mad at the lady who transitioned. Get mad at her. Just like you got mad at that European lady for wearing the exact same thing. Get mad at her too. Don't play like you're her friend now and all that stuff. Don't play like you love her and you used to watch her and all that BS. Because she was down with Moors. If she has a Blackor necklace. If she has a Blackor necklace, then she knows about the Moors and she's connecting herself literally to the Moors. What are you doing when you find out about Moors? You playing around? Say that you got honors and all that stuff? All right. She died for you. All you people who follow her or whatever. All you people who are going to be at her funeral and going to be at her memorial of whatever. All you people. Just remember she wore the Blackor necklace. Which means she was trying to tell you dumbasses something. And actually we'll go back just for spite. So she could look at you. Look at your dumb ass. With that exact same look. Right now. Looking at you dumbasses. Didn't get the point. Looking at you just like that. From the soul plane right now.
Why they didn't call her a racist?
How come? Why? How come you didn't talk BS about her? Wearing her Blackor stuff.
And it's huge too.
Huge.
It's huge.
And European wears some little puny BS.
Right. They zoom in on that. Talk about that for a week. Slavery and all of that.
Her stuff big like an Adam's apple or whatever you're talking about.
Yep.
She doesn't know about who the Moors are. And then again, once again, you know, for all who we know now who all the Nas dick riders are. All the ones who jumped off when he started saying that he's a Moor. F all you people. Didn't support the album, didn't support the clothing line. To support the album, nothing. So he said F you guys too. And he said Nas the Moor, F you guys. Only 59,000 likes. That's it. Don't worry, Nas, we got you. Islam. F all these people. Nas the Moor, that's his stuff.
Yeah.
Just because you want to play stupid. He has all his independent stuff now, so he doesn't have to talk like he has to kiss their ass or whatever. He doesn't have to talk like he has to kiss their ass. He's independent now. Doesn't need them. Nas the Moor. Been giving you little signals. Just playing around, playing around, playing around. Fine. F you guys. Anybody who's hating on Moors right now. F all you people. The hater ones. If you just don't want to because whatever, you know, go over there. Do your business over there. Get out of my face. because I'm amped up. Was with the Moors all weekend. Had a little retreat, little add-up retreat. Moors got to be with each other for a weekend. You know, cuss each other out for BS that they're doing. Laugh with each other. Have fun. Get serious. And I'm amped up now. F all you people hating. Islam to Nas and anybody else who knows that there are Moors out there. And again, RIP. But we already know that we're going to make her live again with her Blackor necklace. Every time you guys talk BS, we're going to show her a picture. Just to remind you, dumbass. Everybody knows what's up. Why are you people playing around? And why are you letting people play you around? Nas is telling you he's the Moor. What do you want right now? 59,000 likes, that's it? Let him would have be riding some banana boat or whatever like that. He would have got 50 million likes. Riding a goddamn banana boat.
Yeah.
Let him do some BS. Do a song with one of these losers. And get 20 million likes. Because now he's a loser. No, he's a Moor. Moors don't play that BS. F all you people dissing to people's face. Calling people black when they tell you that they're Moor. Calling people most deaf still. Still?
That's crazy.
You know how traitorous that is? Because we're not talking about some fake name. Right? We're not talking about some fake stuff. We're not talking about fake stuff. We are dealing with real, because this is how serious it is right now. It's this serious. Nas is telling you he's a Moor now. Forget stuff that he said on the album or whatever. This is the trendy stuff. Twitter and Instagram and this. Okay, fine. This is what he's telling them. 59,000 people. That's it. Telling me that we're not around sellouts. You better watch yourself around these people. This their boy. This their boy. Live at the barbecue.
They're not gonna make a video about this. Where's the videos for this?
Right?
Or the Kim Porter video. Where's her? Why they won't make videos about that?
Why?
They make videos about anything else. But when it
Everything
comes
else.
to they write the Moor, no video.
Nothing. I was telling a brother that today. That yo, when things were black, when it was black time, yo, people are contacting you to come talk to their youth.
Yep.
Linking you, regular. Yo, come talk to the youth, come talk to the youth. Come on, doing free stuff. Just because. So say that we're Moor, we're not, we do one thing, bring out some law dictionaries and stuff like that, have these youths reading about law, never again. Don't even come back again. That white man stuff. White man stuff, but they're gonna bump Illmatic though. Right? They're gonna bump Illmatic, right? They're gonna put that in their album top 5 and all that stuff like there. But they're gonna start talking about their Moors? Nah, they're not gonna do that. But they'll bump some Illmatic though. Keep playing. And just a reminder, remember people are snitches out here. Just to remind you, I don't care how much freaking videos they have, how much sense it sounds like they make. People out here are traitors. Traitors to the cause. And don't forget, Noble Juali Day, Canaanland 9th Annual. Got the Noble Juali Awards, and you got some performances, you got some vending. Just gonna be a day for Moors to chill. And then our good brother, Sheldon L., making his return home to Canaanland. And he's gonna do his lecture. The more you are, the more you see. Which you know it's gonna be crazy. Because he is a traveling Moor. He is he's really a traveling Moor. Now, these fake traveling Moors out here. These are real traveling Moors. Right? Like there's traveling Moors, and then there's fake traveling Moors.
Right.
Right. Don't get the traveling Moors mixed up with the Moors who claim they travel, but they don't go anywhere. They're telling you about something. So, what, this ain't even the one. You have that thing up there? I think I have the wrong video.
Now, quick question, Grimshy.
Yeah.
When Sheldon, when he comes home and he shows all that beautiful Moorish information that he shares with us, does he try to make a package and try to sell it or anything? Or he just gives us the information?
I don't know. You have to link him on that. I don't even know. All it was because he's usually traveling during Noble Juali Day. So
right.
He's
never. I see all the videos he made.
Yeah.
You know.
So he's never there.
He never says anything about, donate or give him any notes for it.
Yeah. Wow. That's just him and his camera just going places.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just the boy does. He goes places and he always has a camera. So he's gonna get stuff. Like, if that's just what it is. You know what I mean?
Sure.
We just don't know what he's gonna get because we're not there until he comes back and says, yo, look what I got. You know what I mean? Because it's always something. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? This is a first. You know what I mean? Like, every time he reaches back here, he has something. You know? Like, he always has something when he reaches back. So, you know what I mean? This is just another session as far as like the people who are here. You know what I mean? But for people who aren't here, this is a real one. Like those ones that we did before. If you want to go on Canaanland Moors, German Moors, part 1 and 2. Those are the first initial ones that we did. When we were at RS that time. We were RS. So that was like 4 or 5 years ago. You know? Yeah, at least 4 or 5 years. Yeah. So, but yeah, man, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. As usual, you know.
I know a lot of Moors showing up for that.
Yeah. The Moors usually show up for that. You know what I mean? If nothing else, they're at Noble Juali Day. you know, because, you know, Moors love their prophet. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? And, you know, if you're gonna do anything, at least on his solar return, show up. You know what I mean? At least on his solar return, show up. You know, but yeah, yo. So again, this idea of us being Moors, you know, it's always controversial because with the Negro black colored mindset, African whatever mindset, you're dealing with so many demons, right? They think that, you know, they are different personalities or schools of thought or whatever. You're demons. Because there's only one school of thought, and that's peace. Peace with everything that's in existence. If everybody strove for peace with everything, there should be no issues. But there's not that, because there has to be balance. That's why there's demons. Now, when you read people like Rick Smith, Peter Moon, even Lamborn Wilson, you see that they're looking at the Moorish paradigm from the perspective that Negro black color should be looking at it, but these people are Europeans. So if Europeans could write books on this and not just write books, but cite sources and references or whatever, so people can't even say that, you know, it's something that's out there. Ones who refuse to accept this have to be part of the demons, whose purpose it is here, whose purpose here is to continue to cause confusion, which is not really confusion, because even Drew Ali told us that confusion is truth and falsehood strangely mixed. So once you get rid of the falsehood, you should be all right. Why do you still want the falsehood around? Because the falsehood creates the controversy. So there's this level of falsehood, Irritated Genie, who when, as more as we do our research, Genie is from Jinn. Now, if I can find reference points of Jinn, if there's a reference point for Jinn, Jinn or Dginn, you know, it better not have any type of connection to things Moorish.
None.
Because the individual that's making claims against Moors is calling themselves a jinn. Irritated Genie. One of the few books mentioned by title in the catalog of the Institute of Chaos Studies and Imaginal Yoga, The Mundus Imaginalis, Mundus also called The World of Archetypes or the Isthmus. The ITHMUS, the Isthmus, lies in between the world of the divine and the material world of creation. It actually consists of many worlds, including two emerald cities called Jabalsa and Jabolka. The great 14th century Hispano-Moorish Sufi Ibn Arabi developed a metaphysics of the creative imagination by which the adept could achieve spiritual progress via direct contemplation of the archetypes, including the domains of the jinn, spirits, and angels. Now, Noble Drew Ali taught the Moors. Noble Drew Ali taught the Moors that they have a very interesting position, because as much as we look at this as a physical thing, paperwork, cards, whatever like that, proclaim that you're a Moor, say something, act whatever, certain ways, be certain things. There's a very high spiritual side. So if the domains of the jinn is likened to the spirits and the angels, and Noble Drew Ali taught us that the Asiatics is the modern name for the angels. There's a relation there. Now, when you go check the movies, anytime they portray a jinn, he's in a turban. Jinn are mystics. This is why you would relate a lot of the jinn to Sufism, which is why he calls himself Sufi. Now, why would somebody who is talking against Moorish nationality call themselves Sufi, which is a Moorish spiritual practice? Now, this is surface basic. This is surface. Oh, these guys are running a fraud. Forget what they're even going to say. They're running a fraud. But like we say, our people love the verses. So, since they like verses, since we're Moors, and I don't hear these people talking crazy about anybody else's birthright because they know they're going to get slapped around. They are not going to talk about anybody else's birthright. Crazy. Only Europeans and Moors. They're gonna call European out their name, call them white and all of that type of stuff. And again, use this to show how much disrespect these people have for their ancient foremothers and forefathers, why we as a people can't get anywhere. Because regardless of what, we're all going to be looked at as the same. In the all and be all, the ones who could stand on their square, they're not going to go into the flaming pit of whatever, because they're going to have a nationality. It's going to be that simple. People who played around, then you're going to have to deal with whatever you got to deal with. But the level that they would attempt to go to distract people from their birthright, from their nationality, is you know, extremely treasonous. Because again, he's a genie. If he's a genie, he's a jinn. If he's a jinn, he's a Moor.
Grand Chief.
Yeah, Moor.
Can I add on to that?
Oh, for sure. Please do.
Like you said, he's a Moor, right? But there's two types of Moors. We blood, of course, but there's Moors who are in their lower self, and there's Moors who are being in their higher self. Like you said, he's a jinn, a genie, called himself that, genie. And a jinn. Now back to, there's two types of Moors, you know, higher self, lower self. Him being his lower self, calling himself genie, and like you said, it's a jinn, Jinn. Now, in Webster's dictionary of the English language unabridged, the definition of jinn says, okay, jinn on page 932, jinn or genie, now plural jinn, archaic jinn, plural genie, a kind of demon. That's the etymology of genie. It continues on saying, in Mohammedan mythology, one of a race of genie, spirits or demons, fabled to have been created some thousands of years before Adam, having supernatural powers, able to assume various forms, and to befriend or work mischief on mankind. That's the definition of genie. That's what we're dealing with right now.
And then remember as well that in the universe, there's balance. So just like there's those jinn, there's direct opposite of that. But they can't talk about those ones, because if you talk about those ones, then you're going to invoke those ones instead of the demon ones. Because they're all here to work in your favor. They're not partial. You just know how to call them, and they'll show up. Right? Like this sister last night. She's talking about, how did you know that something was up? Like, how did you know? Like 10 minutes ago, I just sent it out into the universe. I was like, yo, and I just picked it out of the universe. And a little voice said to ask, yo, what's up? Not even hi, nothing like that, just like, yo, what's up? So there's the good ones. We know that they work. It's not even, we know they work. always working. There's the good ones. Then there's the ones that are being used by others. Whenever we're talking devils, demons, we're talking about lower self. Lower self, knowing that it has potential to be higher self, is not a negative. Lower self recognizing their mistakes and wanting to progress to higher self is part of the journey. Relishing in the lower self, marinating in the lower self, building your foundation and your home in the lower self is a problem. Like saying all that so don't get it messed up because you hear demons. Now, you know, people start talking about demons and then people getting some negative whatever. Because these same people aren't training you universal laws. They're teaching you concepts, which those can change anytime. Like that's not, it's like statutes and ordinances, acts, right? That's why they said, they stopped saying Bill of Rights, they say amendments so they could amend it. Because they know exactly what they're doing. I just say Bill of Rights. Okay, if they say that, they can't amend it. They have to say amendment in order to be able to amend it. When they start talking crazy about Moors, but they're calling themselves genie and stuff like that, we know these people are sent people. You go check Aladdin. You tell me if that genie is not a Moor. You tell me if that genie is not a Moor. You just go do your research on genies and see what comes up. And the whole concept of the lamp and what the lamp metaphysically represents. That's all Moorish science. So how are people talking against Moors or have an issue with something Moorish when they're calling themselves a Moor? This is how warped these people are. You talk about post-traumatic slave syndrome. It's not the dummies that have that. It's not the dummies. It's the ones that claim that they know something about themselves. But they don't have a nationality. Oh yeah. You did this too. Okay, your BS music. Moors. The term Moors refers primarily to the Muslim inhabitants of the Maghreb, the Iberian Peninsula, Sicily, and Malta during the Middle Ages. The Moors initially were the Berber autochthones of the Maghreb. The name was later also applied to Arabs. When? Question mark. Moors are not a distinct or self-defined people. And the 1911 Encyclopedia Britannica observed that the term Moors has no real ethnological value. You got any books over there, Moor? We can look up more to see if there's any no ethnological value. I think you're muted. Medieval and early modern Europeans variously applied the name to Arabs, North African Berbers, and Muslim Europeans. Yeah, I hear you, Moor.
It was my fault, Great Sheik. I was on mute.
I know. Yeah, yo. So Moors are not a distinct or self-defined people and has no ethnological value.
Okay. I got one. What? Give me 1 second, Great Sheik.
Yeah, no worries, yo. Take your time. Because you want to make sure,
Okay.
you know,
Here we go.
be sure for the people. Yeah, whenever you're ready, Mark.
Okay. We already know. In the book, We Are All Moors by Moorish, page 165.
And feel free to take your time, you know what I mean? You know, we're not in a rush.
Right, okay. Okay, what they're talking about is you know, the Christian and the Moor war back in the day, like you know how they have the celebrations in Spain?
Mm.
They still have the celebrations today. But so he's going in on that right now. Okay.
All right.
It says what happens in the end is a conversion and assimilation and an acknowledgement of Spain's mestizo culture. It's not the inevitable presence of the Moor. The lineage Patreon saint might as well be called the Moria or the Moor, which could make the fight between two Moorish armies, not between the Christian and the Moor. Moreover, people who attend this festival know that the Moors are not merely a symbol, but part of their own identity.
Mm.
Quote, quote, they are something in us. Look at our faces. Many are Moorish. One of Harris' friends at the event said,
Hold on. You have to read that part again, but let me do something. Hold on. All right. Hold on. You have to read that part again. Let's do this. All right. Read that part again.
Right. Okay. Again, they're at the event. They're at the festival. So, and Harris, one of the people who's going there to do like studies and stuff, he's there with his friends. And okay, so again, he goes, the lineage Patreon saint might as well be called the Mora or the Moor, which would make the fight between the two Moorish armies, not between the Christian and the Moor. Okay. Moreover, people who attend this festival know that the Moors are not merely a symbol, but part of their own identity. Quote, there are something in us. Look at our faces. Many are Moorish, one of Harris' friends at the event said. Quote, the Moors are not bad. One partaker in the fiesta added, quote, we are all Moors, confessed another. That's good. They're all at the fiesta, yelling this. Yellingness.
Wow.
Yellingness. Look at our faces. He said, there is something in us.
There's something in us. You know what the Southerners call that? One drop of nigger blood. That's what the Southerners call that.
It said it right there. Moors are not merely a symbol, but part of their own identity.
Oh.
And remember, identity goes to status, and status deals with the states, and we talk about that bloodline, nationality, and all of that. Bloodline, consanguinity.
So, right there, I remember they hate the white man, but they're going to use his dictionary. That Encyclopedia Britannica is in error. Because we just proved in the book, We Are Moors, that Moor was and is our identity. So when we say that we're Moors, get out of here with some religious stuff that you're going to bring up, or some non-identity jurisdiction. Because us saying that we're Moors, we're saying that that's our identity.
As soon as they do that religion perspective, I gotta find the book. Oh my goodness. When I find it, it tells you in the secret relationship between Queen Isabella and Islam, it tells you that the Europeans looked at, they were the ones that had looked at us as a religion. They started that perspective, like a people could be a religion, not off of consanguinity. They started that. Oh, those are the Muslims and religion. That's who you. That's their point of view.
And again,
they started that.
And again, that was a move to take the birthright.
Right.
Because once you're claiming something that you're not, you're in error.
There you go.
As soon as you start claiming something you're not, you're in error.
Yep.
The term has also been used in Europe in a broader sense, in a broader, somewhat derogatory sense, to refer to Muslims in general. The term has been used in a derogatory sense to refer to Muslims in general, which is going right back to that thing that you were talking about. How come it got connected to some type of religion?
So maybe find the book.
Right.
Listen, Morris, keep your library in order, okay?
You can't. Good luck.
All right.
Good luck, yo. Good luck with that one. Good luck with that one. If anybody has their library in order, let me know what you did. Because I don't know what the hell to do with these.
My goodness. I said it right there. And you can even look up the definition of Muslim in the dictionary. It tell you. It's a modern term. It came from 1500s, right around the time the Moors ruled. 1492, everything starts coming around that time. Everything. And it said it right there. Like, look it up in the dictionary. Muslim is a modern term. It's not shit.
Right.
It says it in that book that the term we used was just more. They would just use more for all of that. Okay. Now I'm gonna really find the book.
Yep. So why are they hating so hard on the fact that we're Moors? They must have an agenda.
gonna let anybody that wants to say something come on up right now, my brother. Come on up here, and I'll say your piece. Then we gonna go to what you think.
All right. Well, there's a couple of things that I noticed that really need to be discussed. For starters, what is a black person? Because we keep saying that, you know what I mean? But anybody ever like really think about where that came from? Because I've never met a black person. I'm brown. I've never met a white person. They're pink or whatever you want to call them, but they're not black or white. So first we have to ask ourselves where that comes from. And I can tell you, it's a matter of law.
Well, let me do something before you go there. Okay. I've been to Uganda. I've seen.
It's a matter of law.
Right. I've been to Uganda. So I'm going to say beyond a reasonable shadow of doubt, listen, the color you call black, like this shirt is brother wearing, I've seen people who are the color black. And guess what? These are African people, and guess what? They are brothers and sisters. So here's the thing.
But I bet you, that tar-looking brother, that shirt like he got on looking brother, that tablecloth right there looking brother, that side of the YouTube thing right there, I bet you, the brother who looks like that, who looks like Midnight, all you see is eyes and teeth if he smiles, bet you that brother doesn't call himself black. I bet you if you ask that brother, hey, what are you? He's not going to say, I'm black. He's going to give you some type of descent name. He's not going to say, I'm black. Go ask him. He even said himself out of his own mouth that he knows Ugandans. Hello, dummy. That means that person's from Uganda, right? That doesn't mean that they're from black land or whatever. But they play their little game because they know that they can get away with it. That's why they like to go do lectures. Because when they go do a lecture with these type of people, just like what's going on right now, they have the floor. They got paid their 5,000 or whatever like that. So you're not going to come in there and get to say your stuff on their platform. Because they have an agenda. I'd go back, see, he started rubbing his head and all that type of stuff because he already knows that he's done for when a Moor's in the room. When somebody who knows about nationality and birthrights is in the room, first question off the bat was this black BS. Why are you going there? How is that solving our problem? Because we can't move forward until we correct that. That's why we've never moved forward as a people. It's not rocket science, it's real simple. Extremely simple. Anytime Moor's in the room, these black guys' head hurt. Why? Because we shattered their whole BS. Islam to the Moor that stood up to this treasonous act of denationalization of Aboriginal Indigenous Moors. Trying to convince those people there that they're black people. Because a Moor stood up with a fact. And the fact is that we're not black, we're brown. Look at yourself. If you're looking at yourself, and you're telling me that you're black, you're a dumbass. Do you know how dumb you sound? That clearly you're brown, but you want to be black. Do you know how dumb you sound? And the people who go with you calling yourself black aren't going to tell you like this. Because everybody has an agenda. That's why John Henry Clark came out to, hey, you don't have no friends. What are you talking about? Nobody doesn't like you. You're a Negro. Who likes you? You're the most anything negative people on the planet. Why? Because you call yourself the most negative thing on the planet. What do you want?
Yeah.
And that's science. That's not personal opinion. And the Moor stood up, shut him down. Right? Now again, remember, these are the Kemetic guys. So they're going to do their left foot first, right? To trample down evil, moving forward, all the BS, right? Like there's some return of Akhenaten, whatever. Playing around, playing their little game. Like, oh boy, let's hear this. Let's hear what this guy has to say, because, you know, this is my lecture. I got paid the $5,000 to be here. But let's just hear what he has to say, because, right? First thing off the top, forget talking about anything. Why are we calling ourselves black people? I can look at myself and see that I'm brown. These are adults that we're trying to relay this message to, not children. Speaking about that today, right? Bunch of sisters. Hey, you're black just like whatever, and she points at something. Like she's not black like that. What color is your pants? Black. What color is your shirt? Black and white. Okay, minus the white. What color is your shirt? Black. Look at your hand. What color is that? Brown. Said it like she felt like a dumbass. All her friends were laughing at her. Why? Because you're a dumbass.
Yep.
If you're an adult, you're trying to call yourself black. Children know that they're brown. And why wouldn't they call themselves brown? Oh, because if they call themselves brown, then they might be tied as Indian, or they might be tied as whoever else that might be brown that has a nationality. They don't play colored stupidness, which is the point that the Moor is trying to make. Why are you playing the colored stupidness, irritated genie? You know better. Your Department of Homeland Security. You know better. You know better. But nah, they want to play their little game.
Never met a black person. I'm brown. I've never met a white person. They're pink or whatever you want to call them, but they're not black or white. So first we have to ask ourselves where that comes from. And I can tell you, it's a matter of law.
Well, let me do something before you go there. I met a Ugandan.
Yeah, gunshots for that. He met a Ugandan. He didn't meet a black guy. I met a guy that was black like tar. He said he met a Ugandan that was black like something. See how they play themselves in your face?
Yeah. Right.
And you're such a dumbass. You're such a dumbass. You're sitting there getting played by these people, talking against your nationality and your birthrights, that you're a Moor. Listen to the logic. Listen to the logic, right? Listen to this logic. He met a Ugandan that was black like something, so he's black. He's not Ugandan, he's black. He met a Ugandan that was black like something, so that means that he's not brown, he's black. Because a Ugandan was black like something. Oh yeah, you have to get for that. You have to get the look for that. Really? You know that we're Moors. There's the Blackor necklace. There's the face that you're gonna have nightmares tonight. Playing around with our people's birthright. Playing around with our people's birthright. Keep in mind, let me see if there's any thumbs downers so I can give them a big F you. Oh, you're so lucky, thumbs downer. Now think about this again. I want you to really think about this. Go tell all your friends that the Moors are going at Irritated Genie tonight. Go tell your friends. Tell them come see this. Tell them come see this. This warped logic of people who they say are their scholars and their whoever that taught them something. These people are jokers. They're not about your liberation. They are for your destruction, self-destruction. You're not heading for it anymore. You're in it. He met a Ugandan. I really don't know what to say right now. Go tell your people.
That's why they be like, just let them talk. Just let them talk. Give murder themselves.
It is absolutely incredible.
I've seen
It's a matter of law.
Wait, bro. I've been to Uganda. So I'm gonna say beyond a reasonable shadow of doubt, nigga. The color you go black, like this shirt is brother wearing, I've seen people who are the color black. And guess what? These are African people, and guess what? They are brothers and sisters. So here's the thing. We don't really care about the nuance of the term. What we're talking about is African.
You have to understand, and like I try to preface my comments by saying I go to Harvard Law School, so certain things I understand about how they think about us. To be black is to be indebted. That is the problem. But they're not
talking about devils in here.
Yeah, but they are though. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you're a debtor, they own you and they can kill you. They can kill you. Listen, I can remember my nationality.
Wait a minute. So what about these? So wait. So you saying they can't kill no more?
No, what I'm telling you is though, this is a matter of jurisdiction.
Wait a minute. I'm asking you a question.
This is a matter of jurisdiction.
I'm saying because I remember the Moors were saying this stuff, and then there was a brother in the Midwest who came out with his red cap and Moor stuff, and they shot him and murdered him.
No, that's where they go when they get backed in a corner. That's where they go when they know they got on some basic ones. They immediately divert the attention to show, oh, being a Moor is negative. As soon as Moor comes up, they go there. What's that? That's SPLC. That's Department of Homeland Security. That's BIE. That's the agenda. That's King Alfred plan. How is he gonna bring up somebody who told everybody, "They don't connect me to anything when whatever goes down. Don't connect me to anything." But because that brother can't talk for himself, he's going to use somebody else's name to try to slander Moors and try to make Moorish nationality and birthright looks like some type of criminal whatever. That's SPLC. That is COINTELPRO. These are the same tactics that were used to bring down people in the past. All it is a different face. Same agenda, cause confusion. There's a lot more.
There's love.
Yo. You had anything to add on?
Yep. Okay. Because just listening to him, it's I listen to it. He knows, like you said, they know. They just like to play the game. He's up there, and like you said earlier, you promote the black game, they calling you right away. They're gonna call you. They want you to come up there, do the speeches, everything. They're gonna call you first thing. As soon as you start that Moor stuff, they're not gonna put you on there. And like a Moor said in the chat, he got that stance up there like you messing up my money right now, talking about that Moor stuff.
Yep.
So that's the whole that's the whole thing too, right there. Like, and they start getting angry, upset, yelling. Any other thing that gets brought up, they can easily side by it, get by it, say something, make them do some ooh in the eye, and it's gonna get by. When a Moor come in there talking nationality and birthright law, they already know they can't get around that.
Shut down. Right. Because you can't tell the people that they're not Moors, but you're calling yourself Jinn and Sufi.
Right.
You don't tell me because you said SOOF or whatever like that, you're talking about you don't mean what we mean when you say Sufi. I don't care how you spell it. When you say Sufi, you're talking about mystic Islam.
Yep.
Anytime you mention Sufi, you're talking about mystic Islam. So are you talking crazy about Moors and not letting the Moor talk? You should actually call the Moor up, let him do the goddamn presentation. If you're scared and you don't want to say that you're Moor because you're in Department of Homeland Security's pocket, trying to make people run away from their birthright. Everybody else in the world has a right to a nationality. They claimed it, proclaimed it, declared it. Negroes playing around still that they're black. 2018, you're still on some black? Grown-ass people, children know that they're brown.
That's the first thing.
But he was a Moor. You just said, you said they don't have jurisdiction.
He was a member of the Moor Science Temple.
He was a Moor, and they murdered him. Then there's another brother who seen the video with brothers in the car. He's a Moor. He says, I'm a Moor. I did identity thing for a long time. Then he got his woman right there. They start reading the law and talking about the law, the Moors, and all this kind of stuff. What did the police officer do? He took him back. He busted the windows, he dragged them out and took them off the chair.
Okay, well, what's the first thing he did?
Right? No. Heard them throw more Science Temple of America in there and stuff like that. Don't get it messed up. All this stuff right here has to do with Moors. Forget all those pick side stuff right now. This is a Moor standing up to one of these black Negro preacher sellouts. This is Jesus turning over the table of the money changers.
Right.
and the people are sitting there watching. Tables getting toppled over. Why? Because truth has arrived. This is not a game with Moors. We know that the slaves, that the shackles they have on our people are mental. It's psychological. These people aren't more powerful than us. Are you nuts? You know how much guns we have in these streets or whatever? What are you talking about? Yeah, they got nuke, they got whatever, but it's eventually gonna get down to everybody realizing who the real enemy is. And stop playing around. If you're on the other side, wear your colors. Don't wear the stuff like that look like us. Have people warped in their thinking that, yeah, because you got some dashiki on, or you know some Kemetic, whatever you got Ankan, that means that you're for the people? Or because they got fez on, that means they're for the people? Right? This is why there's issues. Right? It's not a white man thing that if you look up black, it's everything negative. That's not a white man thing. That's just what it is. Don't get mad. No matter what, you look up salt, it is what it is. Not mad, salt is what it is. We're debating why salt is white or whatever. Like, stop the BS. And again, Islam to the Moor, that toppled over the money changers' table at their lecture. That right now, because remember, these guys have a time or whatever. You know what I mean? So for the Moor to even get this far, because certain people, you know, you stand up in their lectures, they're bringing police to escort you out.
Right. You see that? That's crazy.
Because you asked the question. They escort you out because you asked the question or had a statement. But this is what it's turned into. A poppy show. This is why we tell people, you know what I mean? Islam to the Moors who got their library books everywhere and they don't even know what to do with them. Because, like, what could you do more than get knowledge? Know something more than you knew yesterday. Like, why not? You know what I mean? So much stuff, you just gotta sometimes just say, nah, I'm not reading right now.
Yeah.
To digest some stuff.
Islam, Grand Chief.
Yeah, more.
Can I add on?
Yeah, go ahead, more.
Now, you said something a second ago of the mind and how they play the people's mind. That's what the first thing they do. Now, I got a book called Genocide of the Mind, New Native American Writings. Now, we also know about the quote-unquote Native American, but it's called Genocide of the Mind, New Native American Writing by Vine Delora Jr. Okay, page 93, right? The name of the chapter is called America's Urban Youth and the Importance of Remembering. Now, we're going to quote-unquote urban youth. You know, we're going to add that disclaimer right there. All right, so it says, the urban maelstrom threatens to suck us into its depths. It beckons, it bewitches, it ensnars and obstructs our flow. We find ourselves swirling about in the inner city's madness. We struggle to retain our identities, and we endeavor to achieve success based on criteria imposed by America's colonial culture. We scramble to attain wealth. We make Machiavellian lunges for power.
and hedonistic dives for individual pleasure. Too often, we lay inveterate traditions by the wayside. We begin to lose sight of who we are, and all too often, we abuse our spirits, minds, and bodies. The seductive allure of the modern American world and its imperatives of influence and power can easily overcome our initiate aversions and draw us into a rich current of greed and regret. As mass American society burgeons about us, profiteers and charlatans exploit our ancient cultures and traditions. Cruel media stereotypes and cartoonist mascots whirl in the depths. Native America's urban youth have been torn from our own cultures and thrust into fast-paced worlds rife with commitments and temptations. Now, I wanted to read that because he goes in perfectly on how the mind has been taken over, just by the stuff that's going on right now. With him promoting what's going on. That's that inner city madness. The promoting of the throwing the traditions by the wayside. Like making you not want to be part of your culture. He already said that he don't want to hear none of that Moorish stuff.
Yep.
That's putting your traditions to the wayside. He's already saying he don't want to tie himself. That's genocide of the mind. That's what which Grand Sheik said earlier. These people are committing high treason right now. Committing high treason. And that's why Moor is going around right in the middle of their lectures, letting them know, like, yo, time's up. The game's over.
Turn over
You're not going to continue just selling our people into slavery. Coming around on your little speech talks. Yo, they're just the new up and coming, like when somebody retires from a job, somebody young gotta come in there. Yep. The Al Sharptons and the Jesse Jacksons is about to retire. You need new ones to come in now.
Straight up.
Here they come. Somebody got to take those positions, and they're coming right in to keep on the pump going of the Negro colored black, the boulets and promoting all of that. Keep, because it's your own that's keeping us in slavery.
Yep.
And another fact in the book We Are All Moors, they already did studies in the 90s seeing how the quote unquote Latin community, our community, how us being all Moors, we're gonna increase 40% by the year 2016. We're gonna be overwhelmingly the majority of the population. But but if that's the case, well then who is that? The book was written. It's 2018 now. If they said that for 2016 that we were gonna overwhelmingly, so okay, it's already here. It's been 2 years. Yep. So why are we still in this situation? Who's doing this?
Who's doing this? Yeah.
Who's doing this? We already the ones. We it. We have all the most babies. We produce the most. All of that. Our people do.
Yep. All we gotta do is put that towards self. Stuff's done tomorrow. And that's why conditioning is so important.
Right.
This is our fellow children in the New World. Jose Pimenta Bay. James Hagley reports that the earliest records of Moors in South Carolina came from 1753, when two Moors named Abel Condor and Muhammad petitioned South Carolina's royal authorities in Arabic for their freedom. Presumably, the royal authorities were British. Originally from the famed port of Saleh in Morocco, the two men had been captured by Portuguese along the African coast. An English captain brought them from the Portuguese, and they ended up in South Carolina. The two Moors reacted angrily to their treatment as slaves, and this initiated their petition to the royal council. What became of them is not known, but their petition suggests that they thought themselves to have been illegally enslaved. This would most certainly have been the case if they were aware of and understood the diplomatic relationship between the two empires of Morocco and Britain. Upon observing some of the major treaties drawn between North Africans, Europeans, and the United States, it is clearly apparent that Moor was a specific reference to those persons within the dominions of the Moorish Empire. We note in Morocco's treaty with Britain, June 14, 1801, the specific use of the term Moor. In the U.S. treaty with Tripoli, February 23rd to June 10th, 1805, the specific term of Tripoline is used to refer to those North Africans treated with. In the Treaty of Peace with Algiers, June 30th, 1815, December 22nd, 1816, the U.S. refers to subjects of Algiers. Hence, one must understand that when used in treaties, Moor was clearly not a general reference for any and all African or dark-skinned persons everywhere. Legally and diplomatically, Moor designated only the persons whose ancestry and allegiance was understood to have been linked to the dominions then recognized as part of the Moorish Empire. Moor. So they're going to tell you about sundry free Moors, but don't forget about Abel Condor and Muhammad. A-B-E-L, Abel, Abel Condor, C-O-N-D-E-R, and Muhammad, M-A-H-A-M-U-T. M-A-H-A-M-U-T, Muhammad.
That's Chief Mohawk.
Right.
That's Muhammad right there. He was chief of the Mohawks.
Petitioned South Carolina's royal authorities. What's that? That's where's your delegation of authority order to talk about you're enslaving a Moor? What are you talking about? You can't enslave Moors. What do you mean? What do you mean, oh, you think they're not going to shoot the Moors? No, they're not going to shoot the Moors. Because the people who got shot up that they try to put on Moors, they said in their little videos before they died, don't tie me to any Moorish or whatever. Or they didn't even declare to these people that they were Moors. They were just talking based on what they were studying. You know what they were studying, but because they say certain things that Moors say, that means that automatically they were Moors. All right. If that's your circular logic, who am I to argue? But I will do watch this more beat you up somewhere.
And those are just excuses too that they use.
Yeah. Cop outs.
They don't ever no facts, no because they're immediately they're shunning and saying all of that stuff, you know, all that stuff is gonna get you in trouble. But then after, they'll sit there and be like, well, I know we're not black. And well, okay, so what do you mean?
So what are you talking about then?
What do you mean? You did all of this, throw us under the bus and diss us in any type of way, and then say at the end, well, I know we're not black.
You know that
people.
we're not black. That's some sellout stuff right there. That's that sellout stuff right there.
Yep. And they all say that. They all say it.
Yep.
And then, what we mean when we say black. Okay.
Yeah. What they mean, yeah. Yeah.
You know, or I speak English. They try to play that game. No, and then dealing with a Moor, you already know. We know it's not even English. It's High German. They over there talking about I speak English, so black is what modernly what we say now. So we're gonna go with black. Like, no, that's fraud.
Straight fraud.
That's fraud. That's fraudulent because you guys want to be ancient, timid, and all of that, but still want to be black. But black's not ancient.
Right. Simple.
That's English. Remember, you speak English. You speak English. Remember, well, you Englishmen. You Englishmen. Since that's what they saying.
Yep.
He should have said nothing because if he had an injunction filed, when they arrested him and took him to jail, he had to say nothing. His paperwork would have been ordered. They can't put my name in an indictment. You know why? Because I have copyrights in my name. So they can't even indict me.
No, that's going too far. You don't need to copyright no name. You know, we know Moors who they stand on nationality and birthrights without some copyright, without some secured party creditor. So anytime you hear stuff like that, always look at people funny because there's no such thing as you have to do something with some instrument that you never created in order to have some authority. Because if you're not the one that's authenticating, you don't have the authority. If you're going to someone to get something authenticated, then obviously you're not the sovereign. Because the sovereigns know that the commerce belongs to the people alone. They don't need to file some papers to engage in commerce. Commerce is family. Commerce is everybody going for a goal. Same goal. Do that, watch how fast finance comes. Everybody get on the same page. Some things are too easy.
Let me just slow down. They're talking about killing black people. So here's my question. If the FBI cared about, wait, let me just ask. I want to be fair with you. I'm going to let you keep going. If the FBI cared about your documentation, wouldn't the FBI in this thing here be talking about people doing documentation and how that documentation is a problem? Did anybody here see anything that the FBI cares about anybody's documentation?
Now, again, since they like to bring up FBI and stuff like that, remember he's ex-Homeland, Department of Homeland Security, right? Now, he used to work for Department of Homeland Security. They found out that he was white, black power or whatever. He wanted to kill Europeans. He wanted to kill white people. And they let him go. And then he's using black identity extremists and the fallacy that they have in there about Moors. Because the FBI did say in that same BIE document, go read it yourself, that there are some Moors who are not involved in any of that BS. Which Moors are those? Those are the Moors who we know they went to their quote-unquote Job. And they went to their Job. And the Moor told his manager, a manager. Some people might come by and see me today, so You're gonna have to excuse me for a little bit or whatever. It's like, whatever. Suit show up to this Moor's job. Dr. Manager. Manager pointed him out. Went. These people had conversation with the Moor on his job. They left no problems, no issues, nothing, zero. Use the example of Brother Amari. He got kidnapped. When the room, suits came in, dropped down the big folder. So you guys are doing this and this and this and this and this and just flipping through pages, all the stuff that we've been doing, classes, YouTube stuff, books that were written, note all these stuff, pictures, whatever. Brought him, asked him some questions, put him back in his cell. Somebody else came, walked him out. Here's his stuff. Thank you very much. See you. Have a nice day. So it's not like they don't know. The problem, we're not even the problem. The issue is like what Brother Yusuf's talking about. The mind is the playground. So these individuals know that as long as it's enticing, they'll be able to keep the people, because remember, they're losing time. So they have to fill the time. Notice how he's jumping from things to thing. Because this is time that he should be using for his stuff. But floor is open. But the discussion can't lead to where people start waking up to the fact that they're Moors and considering some things for themselves. Because it's all good or whatever like that to, you know, a non-believer, let's say, to watch videos and laugh at the whatever and da da da. But when you walk on the street and then you bump into a Moor, it's a whole different thing. Because now you have your opportunity to talk all your BS. Now you have an opportunity, all that stuff that you're who about with people and backing them and share their stuff and yeah, listen to what he said about the Moor. When you guys see Moors, not a peep from you people. This is why, again, Moor said, yo, let's take this to the hedges and the highways, just like the Moors doing, bringing this stuff to the hedges and the highways. Go into their little black stuff and dropping some science on these people. Because why not? We're Moors. That's what we do. You got anything more? You're straight. You buttons a killer tonight.
Oh, forgive me, Islam, Moor.
Islam, you're good?
See, yeah, I'm good. I was just saying, it was just reminding me of that whole situation. It just hit me, like with him going in there and standing up for his birthright and whatnot to the traitor. It just hit me like he probably was going to a lecture. You know, just, like, cause it reminded me of what me and the other Moor did a couple of years back. Like, we were just going to a lecture to hear, you know, something to do, you know, something to do with our people or something like that. We just going to hear the lecture, and then we're going in there and we getting the looks. Now, I don't know if the Moor is in there with his fez on, you know, or whatnot.
Right, whatever.
But me and this Moor, we were in there with our fezzes on, so we're getting the looks already. But we have nothing to do with the lecture, you know. But the whole time the lecture's going on, where every time he says something, they give us the look. Like, we know, like, it's not really that. So I was wondering, like, before the camera came on, you know, like, does the Moor have his fez on? Like, a lot of, because it'd just be interesting to know all of that stuff. Because it'd be crazy knowing all of that. But I was looking too, doing some research on because that whole black power, black whatever, conscious, black lives, that's a $1 million business.
Yeah, that's big.
We gotta realize that too.
Yeah,
you know,
financing that.
That's okay. All right. I got an article from the Washington Times, right? It's called "Black Lives Matter Cashes in Worth $100 million from the liberal foundations," right? And I was looking for it because I'm looking for who's funding them, and it goes to the Ford Foundation, the Betrayal Philanthropy Foundation. Like, all of these foundations are owned by Europeans.
Yeah. Black Lives Matter, though.
But it's Black Lives Matter. And then it hit me too from my own personal experience. I remember traveling with my Moor bike. We went to the beach and whatnot. And you know, when we go to the beach, the Europeans they living in our beach area, calling, like, you know, the good area over there. So we're traveling through the area. The whole neighborhood over there is European when we get to the beach.
Yeah.
Now when we're traveling through we live in the so-called, you know, what they call it, the hood or whatever. Yeah. You know. Now, when we walk around here, nobody's walking around with Black Lives Matter signs nowhere. You know, there's no Black Lives Matter signs in nobody's windows. Yeah. None of that. Now, we're leaving the beach. We took a new route coming in, going out. So we're sightseeing instead of going on right on the highway. We're going through the neighborhood. Yeah. So I'm going through the neighborhood. Everybody's just talking about the houses. I'm looking at the signs in their windows. Every house in the neighborhood, all these Europeans had Black Lives Matter signs in their window. It was the scariest thing I ever seen in my life. And everybody else in the convenience looked like, oh, well, maybe I'm like, well, do we have any in our neighborhood? And then that's when everybody started thinking. And I said, yeah, that's right. Well, but why if they really matter, why don't we have the signs?
Yeah, how come we're not repping like that?
That means there's an agenda behind that, because well, if they're playing that game where, you know how they talk, the white man is the devil. If they playing that game, well, why is he the one? Why is the enemy? That's how they talk. The enemy, the one with the signs in the window. But that's what it's a setup. Your home's not doing it. Well, and they're funding it, $100 million.
100 mil.
$100 million.
Some Europeans, 100 mil from the Negroes.
This the Washington Times. 100 million. So when we say, you know, they're on their campaign, they getting paid for that. Really.
Yeah.
They're really getting paid. Like, when they say they really getting paid $100 million in that Black Lives Matter campaign. You know how people get a grant and they spread the notes out to different people, different foundations and stuff? That's the thing. The $100 million. And then they break it off to different branches who's supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. Him, the dude who works for a department of whatever. That's why they won't fire you. You work for them. You getting paid. You were agent. You getting a so-called salary. You getting paid to sell us out. You're getting paid. That's why they didn't fire you. I can't believe you didn't see that. Like, if the $100 million that they put in behind to support Black Lives Matter. You work for that department of whatever, and you're up here yelling exactly how the Black Lives Matter people be yelling, and they're promoting that, giving you $100 million. You think they're gonna fire you? They spending $100 million to back it. They're not gonna fire you. They need you. You're the best employer they got.
The best.
He might get a promotion. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised because he's going on a great campaign. He's supporting this to the fullest. But these people, they get paid. Remember, this man, other people too, with this agenda. Remember, they eat with this. They go shopping. They buy their clothes. They pay their so-called bills with this promotion. So with them doing this is their livelihood. This is how they breathe, by selling us out. They took that choice. You think they're gonna do anything to help us? He took that choice. I'm selling out. I'm doing whatever I got to do to get the materialistic things.
Mm-hmm.
I took the check. I'm on CNN. You're on CNN. They did a special on you on CNN, laughing at the so-called Black conscious community, laughing at you. Like, look, we put an agent right in your thing, and y'all still don't know nothing. Y'all still want to be Black.
Y'all still playing around.
Still. Okay, let's do a special on CNN and put them on there. See if they still laughing at us. I yield the floor, Grand Chief.
It's loud.
Did anything they talk about your staff?
No, it didn't.
What were they concerned with? Let's talk about RP. What did the FBI say they were concerned with? Somebody help me.
Not the police.
Okay. And kill them why?
Because they black.
Okay. Did they say because they know their Moorish status and they know their citizenship or any of that? Was that what they're concerned with?
No.
So here's my thing. You're concerned with that. But the people that have stopped killing Black people temporarily, they're not talking about you. How long have Moors been, just help me out, how long have the Moors been teaching this philosophy?
Okay, well that was what I was getting to.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not affiliated with the Moor system. I did.
Right. Now, I'm asking you the question, Brother Yusuf. How long have the Moors been teaching this philosophy?
Of law?
How long? How long?
Well, factually, since time immemorial, we've been teaching law and how everything. This is not a new concept. Moor's been teaching the principle. All of this stuff is Moorish science. Ancient, and everything comes from the Moors. So if it's ancient, it came from the Moors. All of it, everything, principles, law, culture, everything came from the Moors. This is not. So for him to try to round everything up and put it in one little thing and say, "Oh, it just came this week," that's fraud. You can't round up everything we do in this. No, if you want to say it properly, we're coming into the age of knowing ourselves now, and now we're coming with the information. Always been there. The dictionary's been here forever. We just starting to read now. The information been here before any of us were here. The information always been here. So him to say that this is some new concept, that's fraudulent.
Right,
it's always been here.
And then the other part too is check how he got caught, because his perspective is that all Moors are in the temple.
Oh,
so he's asking questions for the brother to give him the Noble Drew Ali answers so he could go beat that up and go off on a tangent. But like you said, the brother, this is why, look at the stance. right?
Yep.
Like, you close yourself up like that, you're done already. What are you concealing that you're so closed up? Look at the stance, right? Trying to ground because he's under fire right now.
Yep.
His lecture is not happening because of a Moor talking about black.
Yep. Can I add on to that?
Yeah.
Okay. You know the misnomer. It's called the book is called The Black Woman's Guide to Understanding the Black Man by Shirazad Ali on page 67, right? She says the black man communicates his aggression sometimes randomly on innocent victims as a sort of death wish. Every man will resort to self-defense when cornered with no way to escape. This is what the black man experiences every time he fails at trying to better himself, provide for his family, or get something and is blocked from doing so by abject racism or rules made up by people he has no control over, or when he is disqualified based on a trick or legality he wasn't told about. He doesn't know how to resolve these conflicts and maintain his manhood. Anger and conflict are said to be two different things. Conflict is the problem, and anger is the reaction to it. So he implodes for as long as he can, and then explodes out of desperation. His lack of knowledge puts him at a constant disadvantage.
And that's from their black woman lady.
Right.
Black woman lady telling them.
Right. You know, we still use the book. We don't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater. Still use it.
Straight up. Straight up. Because we still got some of them black books. Don't get it messed up.
Yep.
There's keys everywhere.
Now I can really see what it was saying now. Now I really see
exactly. Eyes wide open.
Right.
Right? Eyes wide open now.
His lack of knowledge puts him at a constant disadvantage. She killed it.
Constant disadvantage. Constant disadvantage. Like,
put it at the temple. That's 1913. But even if you said that, well, the prophet teaches, you know, there's no time when man was not. So back to the Moors, we always been here. So you couldn't even. So, and that's a that's a side dish to Tahaka too. Well, the prophet says that we always been here.
Yeah.
So you can't just say Moors started in the temple, because in the prophet's teaching, he teaches that we always been here.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no time when we wasn't here. He teaches that.
Straight up. Brother Siraj, they don't want blueprint for black power, bro. They don't go there. They do not go there. Because they already know what they're gonna get. They already know what they're gonna get. They're gonna talk about all the psychology books or whatever by Amos Wilson, but they're not touching blueprint for black power. Right? Oh yeah, and Brother Amir, you know why your face hurting you right now? Because we have the morning moon, I think on the 23rd or the 22nd or something like that. I think they call it Beaver Moon as well. The morning moon. So we have a moon now, Mars. Imagine that. November 23rd, morning moon. Yeah, that's why the Moors are going nuts. Everybody's howling today. Islam to the trap, Moors.
Indigenous. So I was already here. Only 7% of the slaves came from that.
That's incredible. Already here. Okay, so okay, great. That's great. Wait, we're the indigenous people right now.
We are. We're more than likely we're the indigenous people.
So who are those people on the reservation?
Those are Spanish people who took the Native American roles back in the 1800s. They're $5 Indians. They're $5 Indians. Here's the point, though, because I don't want to get off on tangents. Okay. My point is that we keep identifying ourselves with titles such as Black, African American, so forth and so on, not understanding that those terms, while we speak layman's English, they mean one thing to us. They mean completely something totally different in legalese. That's why they can kill us.
Oh yeah, and remember, this is Howard University law student. Right, this is Howard University law student. Keep in mind, right? This is Howard University law student that knows that he's a Moor, that is bringing his, which is what Moor is supposed to do, go get a European education so Prophet could use you. Prophet's using him right now. Not everything, a majority of the stuff, Prophet's using him right now. There's a lot more.
Islam.
Oh no, I heard the phone. I thought you had something.
Oh no. I'm just listening.
And get away with it. That's why no cops go to jail or none of that, because you have to realize this country deals with legalese. To be more, our paperwork says
wait. So George Zimmerman was not a police officer.
Yes, you always want to have
George Zimmerman was not a police officer.
I'm not saying.
Wait a minute. I'm asking a question. George Zimmerman was not a police. Everybody agree with that. George Zimmerman was not a police officer, right? He murdered a young man walking down the street, right? Police told him, don't get out of your car, right? So he murdered this young man and he got off. You said he got off because the police officers can get away with this because we call ourselves Black. Yeah, this wasn't a police officer. So why did they murder him?
Because anybody could get away with it if you call yourself Black. That's why he got away with it. He got away with it because anybody, that's Noble Drew Ali's prophecy manifesting. The citizens care to mistreat you and do whatever because you want to be Negro, Black, colored, then hey, you're just gonna have to accept those mistreatments because you're choosing to be something that you're not. You have a choice. We know we're Moors. We know we're Moors. We showed you with documented books you can go get for yourself to study and find out. And again, we're telling you, this is why they can't play around with Moors. We're 8 minutes into this thing. What the hell were they talking about?
Really? That's crazy.
What were they talking about for 30 minutes? Right, what was going on for 30 minutes? Man trying to defuse the point. Opposed to yield the floor. Be a real man. Yield the floor and let the Moor really, because if you're talking about you're some irritated genie, right? And we know that you're Ayo Kimathi. And Ayo Kimathi is not no European name. Then you had to have knowledge of self. Somebody before you had to have knowledge of self to give you two names that weren't a European name.
Right.
Somebody had to know something.
He's gonna start talking that African stuff.
Remember, you know, he brought up the indigenous, bam, more shut him down, jumped into something else. Like, you see how they move?
Yeah. Anything but more.
They're down to be anything but more.
At the end of the day, why did he go to jail is the question you should be asking yourself. You know why? Because Trayvon Martin is chattel. They own his birth certificate. So he's this
Okay, great. Well, wait a minute. The young brother that got the white boy was riding in the car, got upset, and went and shot and murdered him. His mother and father wasn't going for none of this stuff like the Trayvon Martin. That white guy ended up in jail. Why did he end up in jail? Because he's black just like this guy, and neither one of them lies from anything. Why did he end up in jail?
Oh, so that's what the question is.
The white boy that was riding down the street, I think his last name was Dunn.
White boy, right?
Yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah, he's white. He identifies himself as white.
Just like Zimmerman. Now, same situation, but this even worse. The brother was playing music. The white boy said, turn down the music. The brother was like, why am I turn it down? He shot and murdered the young brother. According to what you're saying, since Trayvon Martin had no value, that's why Zimmerman got off. This same white boy that shot this brother should have got off. He's in jail. Why is he in jail?
So the white boy went to jail?
He went to jail.
I mean, okay, well, here's the thing. Nothing is 100% concrete. What we got to look at, though, is the overall of why this is happening to us and why no one goes to jail.
How? Can you say why it's happening to us?
Yeah, I mean, you can always pick, you can cherry pick scenarios where it's not.
Now I'm going to tell you something. How long, and everybody raise your hand if you heard it. I would say I've heard this since I was a teenager. People talking about your Moorish status. They can't do nothing but you if you're Moor. The law can't. Y'all heard that, but law can't. Wait a minute.
Right? Since he was 10 years old, he knew about Moorish nationality and birthrights. Did nothing with it. Think about this. This is how they're telling themselves. Since he was 10 years old, he should have been an LRB. He might even would have been. And jump ship for real.
Yep.
You know, next time you're at his lecture, y'all ask that question. Hey, in that lecture one time, you talked about when you were 10 years old, you knew about Moorish nationality and birthrights. Who taught you that? And were they Moors or were they black guys? Because if you were taught about nationality and birthrights at 10 years old, you were taught you're not Negro black colored. Which would mean that somebody obviously, because remember, if he's been doing this 10 years old, that means they would have probably had him under the scope since 12 or something like that. Then if he was working for the Department of Homeland Security and stuff, and then they actually, you know, recruit. Now, you're not just going and getting no job with them. They come get you. So he's been on the radar with these people. And these are people who are in our community today that are the conscious whoever, just like, you know, the certain singers and the certain whoever, that now they're the president. I used to watch this guy wrestling, now he's a president of something. The hell do you mean he's a president? He's a wrestler. The hell are you talking about? He's the head of the government. When he used to be a wrestler. He used to be an actor. The guy used to do pornos and he's the president, and you think that something's not wrong? You gonna blame the white man and stuff like that? You guys need to stop playing because your leaders are selling you out. And they're only selling you out because you let them, because you're a jackass. I don't know why you want to be a jackass. We used to be jackasses. Moor, you used to call yourself black and all that.
Yeah.
What type of stuff did you do as a black guy? When you were black, actually, okay, better question. How do you transition from black to Moor? What made you say, what do you mean I'm, like what was the light bulb? Made you slap yourself? Made you throw yourself off the balcony to die and then be born again or more? I know, but you know how I do more.
Because I remember, right? Because when it hit me real hard too, because especially like you said, being black guy, right? When you're a black guy, let's just be honest, which we weren't when we were black guy. That's my whole point. When we were black, we were just lying, man. Just lying. Just liars. Just lie just to make this so your story can be better than somebody else's. No reason, just lying. When I realized, like, okay, I was telling a story, and and I'm telling the story, and it didn't hit me that you're exaggerating the truth. And then after the story, I got done. It came to my mind when I knew that I was changing or whatever and coming like it bothered me so much that I did that. Like before, it would just brush off my shoulder, like okay, whatever. But it bothered me so like it cringed me, like I could feel it, like dang man, I just lied, and I never felt like that, never.
Yeah. Never.
But going through that transition of becoming who I am and wanting to be a more correct, de jure, and doing that I was like, man, and then sitting down with myself, talking to myself, hearing lectures and studying what that was, it was like you becoming who you are. And I'm like, oh, okay, I see what that was. Like, yeah, all right, I don't like that. That's not who we are as Moors. We don't do that. We honest people. I was actually reading in a book the mysteries of the Mexican pyramids, and it was talking about one of the chiefs over there, and it was talking about the Europeans and how the chief called them. He said that they were liars and they were liars and tricky people. And I was like, okay, that's a European concept. So I already, that all set with me for a while, because that's big with black identity, being black, so-called we want to be black. Being a liar and tricky is part of it. That's the curse definition of black. Mourning, wicked, sinister, deadly. That's by definition. We were being those things.
Yeah.
Once you come and you call yourself a Moor, once you would do those quote unquote black things, it didn't sit with you because that's not who you are. You knew you weren't that no more.
Yeah.
So that's when I knew, and it really did hit me big time, right then and there. You can't be doing that. Negro, that doesn't qualify you no more. You can't be mean, lying for no reason and stuff. But you can read those things how people, you can just read it. But when it hit me and it my body cringed from it, that's when I knew. I was like, dang man, I feel that. You know what I mean? It put a burden on me. I could feel it, literally. I can't be like that. That was the over the bridge top for me. It really, because that was something personal for me. You know what I mean? That was coming, like I said, that whole black thing, you coming through, what we did when we was coming through that stuff. You ain't even got to talk about it. We all know what we were doing. You know what I mean? We all know what we were doing. It, it just coming through that, but acknowledging it, knowing like it hits your head like, yo, I can't do that. Like that's when I knew. Like when I started knowing, like, oh, I can't do that. I can't be being like that, you know. And I'm like, man, and you know, it really, like before, you would just do it and it didn't bother you. You know, it just nothing. Just keep it moving. But now it's like, if you think about it. Best question in the world, Grand Sheik, you be having them.
I just know what I like to hear, yo. If other people like it too, even better.
Did that stop from 2014? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Say it. From 2014 to 2016, did calling yourself a Moor stop all these black people from getting murdered? All right. What stopped these police shootings from happening day after day after day? What stopped it? Say it again. And what did they identify with? Somebody said the gun. Blackness. So this is what I'm gonna say. If you want to prove something to me, you show me where Moorishness over blackness stops police from killing black folks. When you
hold on, what do you say, Grand Sheik?
Show how Moorishness instead of blackness stops police from killing black folks. I'll pull it up for you one more time.
Somebody said the gun. Blackness. So this is what I'm gonna say. If you want to prove something to me, you show me where Moorishness over blackness stops police from killing black folks. When you can prove to me that you can go in as a Moor and the abuse that's occurring to black people because you now identify as Indigenous or something like that, you can prove that that stops black people from getting killed, it brings justice, then we can spend our time like this. But it's
there he is, Supreme. You can show Supreme's video. Yeah, show Supreme's video. Yeah, right there, perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
You can show Supreme when the highwayman tried to tell him he couldn't travel. Oh yeah? That's a perfect video. Tons of videos. He's seen them. He saw Brother Fontaine's 1 million views.
You better have seen it.
Telling them Europeans are losing their power all over the world. He saw it. He saw it.
Don't forget, Morris, get on that Supreme L channel. Make sure you get your subscription, get your little ding-a-ling right there, so you can know what's up. Right. We got some cooking tutorials up there. Moorish American top 10 hip-hop countdown. We had just some amazing interviews on here. Brother Sear on here. Brother Obashango L. A lot of good ones. A lot of good ones. Especially the countdowns. The countdowns were beyond innovative. Oh yeah, this one right here was good too.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I can't believe that dude said that. Show me the proof. Yeah, okay.
Crazy. Yeah,
you didn't see your video, Grand Sheik? Your video was perfect too.
Sister Sellout. Yeah. Yeah, you know me and Supreme go in. You know me and Supreme go in. So 3 years ago. 3 years ago, we got some time. So don't even worry. If you've never seen it yet, you're in for a treat. And remember, this is with regard to showing and proving that Moorishness over blackness is not going to get your ass shot up or whatever. Because Moorishness means that you're in the Moorish Empire, not their jurisdiction called whatever they call it.
Good morning.
How you doing, brother?
Metropolitan Police Department, First District.
All right.
I stopped you was you made an improper U-turn.
A U-turn. I'll be seeing them do the same thing. Even y'all do the same thing, bro.
Well, that's why we're out here to educate.
Absolutely.
So
Okay.
no driver's license.
Well, I don't drive. I'm a national Moor. This is my nationality papers. I have, and you're being recorded as we both are being recorded for both our safety.
Sure. No,
I don't use driver's license because it's a fraudulent instrument. I'm a national Moor. I'm a sheik. I come out here to work the land. I just got a little bit of metal out here that I'm just going to the scrap yard. I say again, I did a U-turn. I did U-turn. I apologize about that. Please forgive me about it. This is my wife's car.
Okay.
But I am Supreme L. I'm just out here working the land. I apologize about the U-turn. I do it all the time. Even the park police do it. I follow him 1 or 2 times.
Okay.
And I actually got him recorded doing that one time. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm saying I do admit that I did do that, and I apologize about it. I'm just trying to go to work on the land, bro.
Okay. Do you have any driver's license?
I don't drive. I travel. A driver's license is a fraudulent instrument, so I use my papers, my national papers, to freely move across the land.
Wonderful. If you sit tight, I'll be back.
Oh, sure will, bro. Yes,
my papers.
My papers, yeah.
Yes, I got pulled over because they said I did a U-turn, and he's asking me for a driver's license and registration. It's registered in my wife's name, and I say I'm a national Moor, and they pulled me over because they said I did a U-turn. He asked me for a driver's license and registration, which I don't use because that is a fraudulent instrument. I have my paperwork back there, and it seemed like another officer is coming around, but I guess not. I guess he went on. But this is the District of Columbia. And when he come back to the car, I need to ask him for his charter and bond. Because they're hindering me in my mode of travel. And he said I did a U-turn, but like I said, again, I did a U-turn, but that is, I see them do that all the time. Even the park police, I have a recording of the park police on there. And they sat right there and they were watching. They sat right there and they were watching. And they're hindering me in my mode of travel.
Say again?
Now they're coming back.
Yeah. The busted out windows part. I forgot the big bat. The bat. They bust the windows.
To the car. One is on one side and the other is on the other side, and they're coming back to the car. And he's going on one side and the other one is on this side.
So I have to give you 2 options. One is you can park the car and you could come get it. You're very close to the scrap yard.
Can I at least get down there to take the stuff out to get that? I need to feed my babies, bro.
I respect 120%. And you know what? They even have parking over there.
Okay.
So what we can do is we can park the car over there.
Okay.
And if you can have someone come get it.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's if you do continue to drive, you know.
Well, I'm not driving. I travel, but I don't think you got it. You're a good brother. I appreciate you. While he's on phone, Officer S.A. Element and badge number 4642. He's treated me with respect, so I got to give that. So if I do, thank you, sir.
Everything you gave me, I was going to return.
Okay.
And I'd love to see you, get your scrap into the yard, and they do have parking over there.
Okay. Okay.
and then if you could have someone come.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to, can I, you allow me to travel over there, at least park it and get my stuff up?
Absolutely.
My man, you're a good brother. You're a good brother, man.
Just be careful with the one-way streets here.
Okay. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to go through the yard and come out on the other side and park right there, right across. Thank you, brother. You're a good man. God bless you, brother.
Likewise.
See, now that's a good way to move, and that's proof. And here goes my paperwork. No license, no driver's license, no nothing. All right. This is Supreme L, testimonial. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm still driving or traveling. I'm still traveling, y'all. I'm still traveling. They cannot hinder your travel.
Yeah, that was the you know what in the freaking R.I.P. Stanley, yo. At the end of the movies, when the movie's done, all the credits, everybody leaves and shit. You're sitting there, and then that's what that part was. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm still out here traveling.
Yo, step out the car. I need you to step out the car. You don't have a license. You don't have a license. None of that. No search and frisk.
None of that.
They didn't call you what they call them, sovereign citizen. There wasn't none of that sovereign citizen talk. None of that.
None of that. Why none of that? Because what Moors deal with is right and exact. That's just what it is.
He wanted his proof right then and there. He said, "So you telling me I can travel over there? Oh, absolutely. Oh, all right. We're good. Yeah, he's like, yeah, absolutely. You said you were a black guy? Yeah, it's like, hey, yo.
Oh, you're not black? Man. Oh yeah, speaking about that, where's the one, yo? Where's this one? This one too. How about this one?
Supreme. I traveled.
Officer has retired before he could be fired after he was caught making inappropriate comments during a traffic stop. Now watch what happened when a woman told the lieutenant she was afraid to reach for her cell phone.
No. I've just been waiting for any videos of comments, but you're not black. Remember, we only kill black people. Yeah, we only kill black people, right?
Hey, so it's to me, if this is a highwayman, right? If this is their highwayman, right? If this is their highwayman, then why would so the people who are shooting up the people that they're complaining about or whatever. Okay, so let's just show this guy once again. So this guy is saying that there's this blackness, whatever, right? There's this Moorishness and then there's this blackness thing, right? This blackness thing, he's trying to say, being under that is better than being under the Moorish thing, right? This is what he's saying. Okay, let's see what this highwayman has to say. This European highwayman that we could say that he knows what he's talking about because you know he works for them, the same people that they're complaining about.
Right from the horse's mouth.
Oh yeah, a good way to put it. Only difference that he's in a car. He didn't have a horse today.
Cell phone.
No. I've just been waiting for any videos of comments, but you're not black. Remember, we only kill black people. Yeah, we only kill black people, right?
Lieutenant Greg Abbott made those comments last month, but the police chief says he just saw the dash cam video this week. Abbott's lawyer says he was just trying to de-escalate the situation. He decided to retire as the chief was announcing plans to fire him.
So, I mean, you know, if he's gonna talk like that, I'm on some Moorishness.
Yeah.
Forget whatever. I'm on some Moorishness. Right? Oh, okay. Might as well just.
He said, remember? Like, you don't remember? We on the show, like, yo, remember?
Like you forgot or something?
Like, hey, it's me, sis. It's me and you are the same. We kill black people. Remember?
Remember. That's how they're doing it, y'all. Blackness or Moorishness? Which one do you do? After hearing that, which one would you be on?
Right.
Which one? Couple more
Supreme
minutes.
L? Can I travel right over there? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh, remember? We only kill black people. Yo, I'm telling you, the comparison is crazy right now.
That's what they say. The comparison is startling.
Supreme L. Oh, Supreme L? Yeah. Oh, well, okay. Absolutely. Absolutely. Do it. Whatever you do. You go to the scrapyard, feed the children. Love it. Keep up the great work.
Keep up the great work, Moor.
You keep up the great work. Oh, black guy, remember? We kill black guys, remember?
We kill black guys. We kill them. You want to be black? For real? Highwayman's telling you. That's what they do. Kill black guys. Retired before they could fire him.
Yeah, he said it like the comedian. Yo, you're Indians. You're not Indians? No, we're not Indians.
Black
Oh,
guys.
you're Indians.
No, he was just joking. He wasn't serious. Police chief called, well, we're going to fire him or whatever. This man retires and then nothing. All of a sudden, you guys forget about it. And then you're on to some other black BS.
Yeah.
You haven't even dealt with the other black BS that you haven't dealt with.
Remember, he retired, so he's still getting the pension. He's still getting paid for that.
Uh-oh. You shouldn't have brought that up. Now they're going to be mad.
It's a matter of who concerns him, and it is not nobody who can identify.
Hear me out on this perspective. Okay. For example, I would say a lot of the issues that are facing us have to do with socioeconomic issues. We feel frustrated. We got the boot on our neck. So I don't pay taxes. So, and there's a lot of other things. I don't need a driver's license. I have an injunction filed. Bruh, I've been in court. I've been let go.
A young sister got murdered with this philosophy and
okay, no. She was stuck.
Right? There they go. Using their yellow journalism. As soon as they get back to the corner, like a true coon. Just think about the raccoon back to the corner, what they do. They go nuts, right?
That's what she just said. Told you.
They go nuts, right? Don't they go nuts?
Yeah.
Didn't the mother just didn't the mother just tell you in her book that all the black ladies have because they all want to know how they can understand their black man?
Said that every woman resorts to self-defense when cornered with no way to escape. You just said it, the raccoon. You just said it, Grancy.
Yeah. Trust me. We know how those guys do. Face to face with a raccoon, then you know what's up.
His lack of knowledge puts him at a constant disadvantage.
Constant. Repetitive. And all because claiming a dead status. All you're gonna get is death and destruction and lewdness and slander and everything that harms. That's all you're gonna get, lower self. And these people are leading you there, marching with your fists up.
You're nailing it right on the head, Grant. Let me add right on to what you said. It says, what does the black man do with his frustration and pent-up rage or anger? Sociologists say that the familiar deprivation and lack of culture contact leads an individual to instinctive hostility and aggression. As a byproduct of these vaccines is their development. That's what you said. It kills them. It's a vaccine. Get vaccinated. They be like, oh, we're gonna get vaccinated. Oh, okay. That's what they're doing. It's a vaccination. That don't mean good.
If people are kind of lost, how are you talking about vaccines or whatever? Calling yourself black is a vaccination.
Right.
Identifying yourself as black is like you going and getting a shot from somebody to prevent something, but the shot is called the thing they're trying to prevent. Like if I have a rabies shot, the rabies might be in the shot because it's a rabies shot. No, it should be called the anti-rabies shot then if it's supposed to stop rabies or something. Why would it be called the thing it's trying to stop? If it's either not doing anything when you get the shot or it's giving you the stuff.
These people look insane, man.
So black is a vaccination program.
That's exactly what it is.
Black is like going and getting the flu shot. For all you people who are like, hey, I'm black and we're African and we're conscious and we don't get the flu shot. Okay, well, calling yourself black is the new flu shot.
Yep.
Just like smart is the new gangster, calling yourself black is the new flu shot.
Yep.
You gonna get the flu shot? Or you gonna justify it, all that stuff? Or you gonna give me reasons why? Oh, all right. Go, do your thing. Do your
thing. It's crazy. It's exactly what it is, Grandshy.
Do your thing.
Black is the new flu shot. They got commercials for flu shots. They promote it. They got commercial for black. They promote it. It's the same thing.
Yep.
It's the same. It's a business. 100 million. Black Lives Matter. 100 million.
100 million. Like really, 100 million? That's what y'all repping? Y'all repping some 100 million.
That's what they really repping. Remember, when did they say, one of the leaders told them, quote unquote, money is their religion.
Yep.
They loved it.
I just want to remind you that you got told when Nas dropped the album. You got told. You got told, but you were in denial. Play around like you don't know what's up. Like to play games. But do the L. The dude told you in Paris. She went all around the world tell you. But do the L. Why did they do the L? Why? You don't know? Oh. They don't know what's up. They don't know what's up. But you know, again, we'll just, you know, again. Make them live again. Gotta give thanks for Nas for putting it out there, so at least the people could have a reference point as to where certain people's mindsets were, even though they were with some crazy people. You know that there were people who gravitated in their lower self and, you know, just our lower beings. They still knew where the higher inspiration was. I mean, Islam to Nas for putting it out that he's the Moor, which is supposed to inspire all these people, but you know, people are dumbed down. They don't know what's up. So it is what it is. And don't forget Noble Drew Ali Day. This year, 29 St. Denis Drive in the gym. We got performances. We got Brother Sheldon L. We got vendors. We got good food. We got good times with the Moors. Just because it's our Prophet's solar return on the 8th of January. And, you know, we don't party in the week. So, so we make do. There's a lot more. You got some close out?
Islam to the Moors in the chat. Give thanks to the Green Sheik for opening up this platform so we can learn some truth. You know, because it's hard. Obviously, as we see all these platforms out here, a lot of them ain't for our people. It's Islam to the Prophet. Give thanks to the Prophet. Islam.
Oh, and if you will, just find a page and close us out on some We Are All Moors.
All right.
Yeah. We are all Moors, damn it.
Okay.
Yeah, just hit them with anything. Doesn't even matter.
Okay. It says, according to We Are All Moors from Manor Majid, page 36. It says, according to the Granada-born Louis de Marmol, author of History of the Rebellion, Castigo de los Moriscos del Reino de Granada, a letter found on Aben Daoud, a Morisco captured near the coast of Almeria, details the sufferings of the plagued Morisco in their call for help, probably from the Muslim rulers. Quote, you must know, our lords, that the Christians have ordered us to abandon our Arabic language. He who loses his Arabic tongue loses his faith. We must uncover our faces, and we can no longer greet each other, even though such greetings are the noblest of our virtues. They have forced us to open our doors so that we may suffer misery and sin. They have increased their exactions and our druidries and wanted to change our attire. They settle in our homes and unveil our honor and our shame and demand that we not complain from the pain in our hearts. All of this after they have taken our property, captured our people, and expelled us from our villages. They have thrown us in despair, and they separate us from our brothers and friends. We are all Moors, Manor Majid.
We are all Moors. Crazy. Crazy. Very crazy. But again, Wars, peace and love to all. See y'all tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Last week was crazy. Passed the hell out last week. Love, Wars.